What's up people, NumberSeven is right here, and to tell you what, there is a war going on. I know what you're thinking, what war? Are you talking about the real war in the world? No, of course not, because that's been talked about a lot of times. I'm talking about what us nerds and game freaks alike talk about all the time. The gaming war. As you guys know, it is a triple threat match. You might be thinking, what on earth do you mean by a triple threat? 3 companies are fighting it off. You've got the PlayStation 4 with the Sony, you have Microsoft with the Xbox One, and also you have the Nintendo Switch. As you guys know, you might be thinking Xbox is winning, Nintendo's winning, PS4's winning. If you look in the actual records, PS4 has thrashed them all. Don't go and say, wrong, it's wrong. Believe me, I like to look at my statistics correct. And I've looked them on the internet countless times. They're beating everyone's asses. By any means necessary, this is talking about the PS4. And I'm thinking about this. The PS4 has been out for a good while now. It's a good long time, and there's been over hundreds upon hundreds of games around the world. But in the UK, we have things, and also in America and also in Japan, if you guys have different rarities, we have games that got released limitedly. Meaning, they didn't make a lot of copies, so they are hard to find. And they could be worth a lot of money in the near future, or they could be cheap now, but if you find them, get them now because they might become rare in the near future and maybe very expensive. It depends on what the value could be, but I'm going to predict it myself because I have my games of my choice that I think will become rare in the near future. I have way over 100 games on the PS4. Don't believe me if you want, but you guys have seen in my old videos, I have over 100 PS4 games in my collection. I have myself 10, my top 10 PS4 games that I think are going to be rare and quite expensive. But any enough jibber jabbering, let's get it all started. Let's start with number 10. Number 10 is an anime game, as you guys know, and this is from Bandai Namco, and that is the only on PlayStation, Sword Art Online, the Hollow Resolution. There was one before this, which was the Lost Song. I don't think that become much as rare as this one. I don't see this in the shop, and this is also what I'm going to say. I am rating these for the games that I have played, and also if I've seen them anywhere else in the world. Meaning, in the UK, if you guys really want to know before I talk about this, there is CX, there's Game, there's Granger Games, there's Tesco's, there's Asda, you know, all the game shops and supermarkets, everything that sell games. I'm really looking around to see if they got any copies, and I don't see any of them hardly. I've seen this a few times in CX, in Stockport and Manchester, only a few times. It's priced reasonably enough now, around about 25 to 30 quid. It's not bad. Do I like this game? No. I loved Lost Song, I do not like this one. I played it, fair enough, it was alright, but I think it'll become rare because I've not seen it as much as Lost Song, and I've heard that they're making a third one very soon. And I know a place that's Granger Games that are selling it. And it's freaking expensive. It's 100 quid to get this game, and oh my god, that's going to become extremely rare. But I haven't got it yet, so I can't add it into this list. So yeah, number 10 is the Sword Art Online, the Hollow Resolution. Number 9 is one of my favourite anime shows that I always watch. Attack on Titans. Yes, Attack on Titans, Wings of Freedom. I don't see this anywhere in the supermarkets. Well, of course, naturally not in the supermarkets. I do not see it in game ever because I live in Bury in Manchester. I don't even see it in CX. It's hard to find. If I do find it, I mainly see it around about, once again, around about 25 to 30 quid. Maybe if I'm scratching it, 35. It's an amazing game. It's mainly taking you the first series and a bit of series 2 of Attack on Titans. I love it. I've not even seen season 2 yet. I don't even think it's even been released yet over in the United Kingdom. So when it does get released, I'm definitely watching it. But if you guys have no idea what Attack on Titans is, watch the anime first, then play this game. You'll understand and you'll thank me for it. It's just like, if you guys would say, Dynasty Warriors, It's just like that because it's made by WForce and KT, which are the creators of Dynasty Warriors and Legend of Zelda Warriors and Dragon Quest Heroes. You know, you get the gist. I love this game a lot. I play it to hell when it got released. Sadly, I don't play it more often because I've got other games to play. But Attack on Titans, I think it'll become rare. Definitely rare, I think. Not extremely pricey rare, but I think hard to find, to be honest. Number 8 is this. There's a reason why I put this one here, and this is Akiba's Beat. Up to now, they sell this quite cheap nowadays. You see this one about 20 quid, and if it's on offer, 15 quid. Don't ask me why, but I think this is an awesome game from P-Cube. To be honest, I only knew about this game when I was in Japan for the first time, and this got announced in the Green Sex Shop Tower in Akihabara. Don't ask me why they did, they just did. And then I heard they're making a sequel, number 2, Akiba's Beat 2. And guess what? It's not coming over to the United Kingdom, you son of a bitches. I love number 1. I really can't wait for number 2. But sadly to me, I don't think they're even going to release it over here. So sadly, I'll have to go and fly back to Japan and get myself a copy. But I think this will become quite rare in the near future because I don't think it got made a lot. I don't think it made a lot of copies at all. But I only see them in game, only in game. I do not see it in the CX, and CX is like the biggest retail of games that gets traded in by people. I only see them like once or twice in a shelf, and they're bashed in, meaning they are absolutely ripped to shreds. Like, so if you look at this is in nice, pristine condition. It's not been ripped, it's not been teared at all. Getting something like this will definitely be worth grabbing. Do not get them if they're ripped or teared because it's not worth anything then. So make sure you get a good condition one. Next one, number 7, is the same reason because of Akiba's Beat. This is Akiba Strip. Akiba Strip was also another one that got advertised in the sex shop in Akihabara. And also they're making a number 2. And guess what? It's not coming to United Kingdom either. Oh my god. I hate you. Akiba Strip was even better than Akiba's Beat. And I played this one first. This is from NIS America. And the Undead and Undressed, I absolutely adored it. It was perfect, to be honest. Music was awesome. The characters were good. The fighting was amazing too. Storyline, it could have been better, but hell of it. It's girls getting undressed. What else would you expect? But hopefully I'll go back to Japan as well and pick up the sequel as well because this game was absolutely amazing. Yeah man, I do not see this in CX or even in game at all. I maybe see it in Granger Games only once as a pre-owned product. And it was around about 20 quid. Try and find one of these. I bet you might get a bit more money for them nowadays. But for now, you can't find them anywhere else. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, number 6 is a tie because these two are the same freaking game, but they're a sequel between each. And that is Senran Kagura. Senran Kagura, you got the Estesno Versus and the Peach Beach Blast. Peach Beach, it's hard to pronounce, it's like a tongue twister. Peach Beach Splash, and it's made by Marvelous, both of them. This is mainly a girl stripping, fighting, shooting game. You might want to say that they could become rare in the near future. I do not see them in CX or in game nowadays. I might find the Beach Splash one sometimes, but I mainly see it around about 30 to 40 pounds each. I do not see them anywhere else. Hopefully they make a third one because I'd love to see this to make as a trilogy. But for now, we only get 2 copies, but I know there are other games out there, but not on the PS4. You mainly see them on the DS and the PSP, but they worth around about 40 to 50 pound each. That's why these could become rare, because the old ones are way more pricey than these. Number 5 is a horror game, which was from Korea. I have never seen a game from Korea in my life, and this is called White Day. The Labyrinth School. It's made by P-Cube, another Asian company, as you guys always know. This game is terrifying. I played it a good couple of times. I was near to the end of finishing it, and then I got stuck and I couldn't do nothing. I had to do one thing, start the whole game again, and I was not gonna do it. I do not see it in CX. If I maybe was lucky, I saw it one more time in game, but it was pre-owned and it was on a price check around about £35 to £40, around about that area. So if you guys do see it, I definitely would request you guys to play it and pick it up and make sure it's sealed, because I've heard that the sealed white days are worth a lot of money. I've heard that they ran about rumoured around about £80 each. Now we go on to a game that a lot of people know, and NumberFour. NumberFour is Near Automate. A game that a lot of people have been wondering what this game was. It's not like the first one, if you guys want to know. It's completely different. But they do have a few things that were from the first game into this game. But why do I think this is going to become rare? Why? Because when it got released, it got sold out instantly. I couldn't get it anywhere. I had to wait a whole flipping year to get myself a copy. And how did I get that copy? By just jumping into the game and get a pre-owned version. I couldn't get it new at all. They couldn't make any more. They misstocked copies, this company. And it was made by Square Enix, which I've never seen them do before. Probably because it was a small trade of a group who loved them, so they didn't make a lot of copies. They missed out big time, and that's why this game's going to become rare in the near future. I could say around about this game could go around about £50 easily in the near future, because that's why I think this game's going to be quite rare. Number 3 is one that's dear to my heart, and as you guys know, it is Yakuza Kiwami. I was thinking maybe 0, but I don't think so, because I've seen it actually cheaper than Kiwami 1. In the near future, it's going to be Kiwami 2, because Yakuza 2 is the most expensive Yakuza game in the world. But Kiwami 1 on the PS4, I think is gold. I think it's absolutely perfect for the people who love the very first Yakuza. Definitely go ahead and pick this up. You can get this cheap nowadays. I see it in game countless times nowadays. But I have a feeling, because I know Yakuza games are rare. They are hard to come by. They didn't get made a lot, and they always keep their price to its max. You can see Yakuza 1 nowadays go for 10 to 15 quid. Yakuza 2 is the most expensive. That goes for 30 to 40 pound easily. So I can see probably this game could probably fetch up around about 30, maybe 50 quid. This is the Steelbook edition, which is the one that is the limited edition one. So this could really fetch up a bit more money than the original edition. Number 2 is one, because the reason why I've got this is because I flew to Japan for this. The reason why, because this game didn't even come out in the United Kingdom, and that is Dead or Alive Extreme 3 Frontier. Oh, Fortune. Sorry people, I can't properly read. Fortune by Team Techcom. You might be thinking, why did this game never get released? We got the Beach Volleyball number 1 and the Beach Volleyball number 2, but why did we not get 3? The reason why is because of the girl in the front cover. Everybody says that she looks extremely young in this game, but funny enough, she's 18 in this game. But as you guys will know, that in Japan, they like making their girls look like 14-year-olds, and we guys know that that is quite sickening in the United Kingdom and America. As you guys know, Gary Glitter, he loves to rock and roll. But as you guys know, it's a volleyball game. It's nothing else. It's just a bunch of little girls in the bikinis playing volleyball. That's what the game mainly is. I can't properly play it because it's all in Japanese, so I don't have a clue what I'm doing in the game. But I can easily see people who get this from Japan and bringing it over to the United Kingdom can fetch up a lot of money. I could say in the near future could go around about 60 quid. Maybe. It's just my predictions, okay? 60 quid for a game is quite reasonable. I've seen games go for a lot nowadays. So hopefully, if you guys do see this in Japan, go ahead and pick it up, because it's actually quite cool. And also, your PlayStation 4 is region free, so you can play American, English and Japanese games all day long. However, there is a number 1 game that I know for sure that is going to become extremely rare and extremely expensive. And And it's one that a lot of people were waiting for because they were waiting because after number 4 came out on the PS2. And we had to wait for 2 PlayStations to get another one. And that is Persona 5. Persona 5 is my number 1 pick as the most expensive and most rarest game to come for the PlayStation 4. I'm talking about the original copy, the Steelbook edition, and also the collector's edition, which came with a toy and a bag and a book and all that lot. I've seen in CX, they only have the collector's edition once, and that was around about £150 to 200, around about there, roughly. This goes for around about 60 to 70, and the original book, the original game goes for around about 40. So, if you guys see these, pick them up, and if you guys have sealed ones, keep them sealed, for goodness sakes, because, and believe me, sealed products of Persona don't go cheap. They go for ridiculously a lot of money. But without further ado though, people, if you guys don't have any of these games, tell me what you think will become a very rare game in the near future on the PS4, because that's my top 10 list of the PlayStation 4 games that could become expensive and rare. With that being said, leave a comment down below on what you think. Hit the like button if you really want to, and please share it to your friends if you guys have friends who have the PS4. Hopefully they can have a look and see if they can buy them in CX, GameStop, Target, wherever you guys are from, in Japan, America, or even in England. With that being said, the people that must do go, so you guys for subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheerio!